Welcome back to 2 Hours the Hard Way. I'm Rhonda.
And I'm Nicole.
And today we are going to talk about multi-generational homes. What do you think about them? What are they to you?
To me, I would feel like it would be having like a bunch of acres and we all build our own individual homes on that plot of land and that way, and then have it gated off, kind of like a compound, I guess I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're all there. We can have a garden. We can have all our necessities there for us, just my family. So, which I would love to do that. But again, each family would need to be able to build and finance their own home, because I'm not going to do that. And then, of course, then we would have a pool, just, stuff for the kids. Everything is on our land. We're self-sufficient for us in case something ever goes crazy in this world, and we're all there together. And then even in the big home, which would be my home, in the big home, we could all still come together and maybe have like a safe place, maybe like a underground bunker type thing. That's what I would love it to be. And then, we could still be together, have enough space for us. So what would it be for you?
For me, I could see that being a community, your own private community. I also can see doing just a big home and everyone has like their wing. So each family has their wing, and then we share our own the common areas. So like we can come and have our big dinners or whatever as a family. And I think doing it that way, I think I like it that way because now we all can. I like it both ways actually, but I think I like the bigger home because now we can all split that cost of that mortgage. So whatever that mortgage is, we can all put in on that. And I think that would just save everybody. Maybe, I guess it depends, because if it's still like $1,000 a piece, you know what I mean?
It's a big home, like you're describing. It's going to be a big house.
Be a big house, a big mortgage. I don't know. I don't know. I think I could do both because we get along well enough.
See, I know. For me, your idea, no, I couldn't do.
But you have a wing.
I
so
get
you can
that.
Say, go to your wing.
But I'm funny acting. We ain't even about to sit here and play no games with this. Yeah. I am very funny acting, and I don't want you running the electricity up, because if we all sharing the bills, some people don't turn lights and stuff off. Some people want to eat all the snacks. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm just funny. And so I know that I would still need my own personal space, because what if, especially as we get moody, and maybe I want to go down and sit in the living room, and then everybody down sitting in the living room watching TV. Not that I wouldn't want to be with my family. It's just I don't want to be up under them 24 hours a day. I would not want to. I would still need my own space where I could go and unwind, have my own things in my own craft room, and don't have to worry about nobody's kids coming there touching my stuff or just whatever. I just know that that's me, and that's probably the Virgo.
Then why couldn't you have that in your wing?
So in my wing, I'm going to have my own kitchen? I'm going to have my own kitchen.
Even if it's like a kitchenette?
I'm fine with a kitchenette. Okay. But I'm saying as far as in like, there's stuff I complain about when people do stay with me. I don't like people touching my stuff unless you ask for it. And I don't like people running up unnecessary bills. So unless they want to just take on that bill, if you're a person that leave your TV on all night long and want to leave lights on all night long and you want to manage the electricity, then that's fine. But I don't do that. So I feel like in that you have to have a common ground. You would have to have house rules. It would really have to be really structured where everybody's respecting everybody's boundaries. And with so many people, everybody lives different. Everybody's boundaries is different. So it would just be a lot.
I've seen, I want to say it was a house in Texas, I think. So they had, it was a big home. It wasn't a huge home, but it had like the main door, and then off before you got to the main door, there was another. It was off to the side,
Okay.
so it was like another. It was a smaller house, but and so when you went into the smaller house, it had its own kitchen, own living room, own bedrooms, own bathroom, and then once you're in there, there was a door that went into the big house. So you didn't have to go back outside. It almost looked like a closet doors type.
Okay.
And you would open that door, and now you're in the main house.
So it was kind of like an ensuite for like a mother-in-law or something like
something
that.
like that.
Okay.
But it was
Still connected to
it
the
was
big house.
connected, but it was its own. Like if I was in the main house, I wouldn't even know that you were home because you have your own front door, your own back door, your own everything. I didn't even have to know you were home. But then you would just,
I could do that, and I've seen one before on YouTube or TikTok. It was a black family, and their mother-in-law had her own, like kind of like you went through the front door, and hers was to the side too. Then she could go in through her own entrance, had her own garage, and it was all that connected to the house too. But I mean, I could do that if I had my own personal space. Everybody else can live in a big house, but I know that I'm picky, and so I don't like people touching my stuff.
Yeah,
sitting on my furniture and spilling juice.
So in that situation where you can have your own decoration, your own style of decorating, then the main house has their own, and then you can have another part on this side that has their own.
And I could also see with the two people having their own that their mortgage be a little different than the people in the main house, because maybe, and I don't know if the utilities would be split up that way, but I could just see it being different because I have my own personal space versus y'all have to share per se. And then I would love, like you were saying, coming together, doing the family dinners, being more family. I love being family oriented. So that would game nights, all that kind of stuff. But I just know that sometimes I just want my, and I think it's as I've gotten older a lot too. I just like my own person. I don't want to hear all that crying kids and stuff.
I get that. But then I'm also in favor of the community. Even if we had like our own little cul-de-sac or whatever.
I like that idea when you said that.
I like that.
But everybody, to me, like, you would have to be instilling that in your youth as you're growing up. Okay, what do you think about that? Because they might not be in a financial place, and then everybody got a house, and then they're going to be feeling left out because they didn't get to join. So if that's something, you probably have to say, hey, this is what I'm thinking what do you, as you're bringing your kids up, is this something that you guys want to do?
And even when I was talking about splitting the mortgage and stuff, even if we had their own community, now we're just splitting the cost of the land. Now we all bought this land, 2-3 acres. I don't know whatever it is. And then, like you said, everybody is responsible for building their own. So now you make it the way you want it to look. How many bedrooms you want, how many garages you want. You build your own, and you do it as you can.
Because I've seen
like that.
Because like there was a YouTube couple that I watch, and they're building a barn dominium, which I love barn dominiums. They're building one debt free, and so with your own plot of land, you maybe this year, because I'm working and grinding and I'm staying in an apartment, I can put the basement in. And then I can do next year, you add me floor, and then you might not even have no debt on your house because, like you said, we've all bought that land. And so I would be open to that for sure. I definitely would love that, and I think that my girls would love it too. So, and being able for the grandkids to just run over to grandma's house, or
and then whatever. You don't have to worry, especially if you do make it gated. Like you don't have to worry about Jim Bob coming down. Like, it's gated, so you're not even in this community. Right. So,
just being able to look out for each other. If one of my girls didn't happen to be married and needed help with watching our grandbaby or whatever, then I'm right there and not having to drive across town. So, I would love that too.
I would love that. And I think I wonder how many families do that. And then is it very expensive? Like, even if you just buy the land, is that something? Is that is it expensive? I'm just curious.
I guess from what I was looking up, because I was looking up land a little bit ago, underneath there, if it has a driveway access, all those things would depend on how much the plot of land would cost.
Mhm.
If it doesn't have utilities, it's gonna be way cheaper. So, and then of course, then we would all have to go in and getting that utilities dug up and under, and that can be expensive. From
Mhm.
what I was watching the Barnum, because they had bought, I want to say it was like 15 acres of land, and they was far off the street, so
Mhm.
they had to dig a trench and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But again, they were doing it debt free, and of course, people were helping them pay for it or whatever. But so I was like, it can be done.
Mhm.
And then I don't know if I would start that at the age we are now.
Yeah, I
I wish we could have did that like in our
Yeah.
30s, and then we would already be living that dream at this
Mhm.
moment. So
Mhm.
that would be something wonderful.
That would be amazing.
Of course, then I would have to be on your plot of land too, because like, how you gonna have a plot of land and I ain't on it? I'm just understanding. So we're gonna have to get a big enough plot
Yeah.
for your family and my family, because that ain't making no sense there. So
That is, and then I was also thinking though, so living in a community might, so living in a community, if we all agreed to, we're going to do this, we're going to buy a plot of land. Each family is going to build their own house.
mhm.
So then, does the family ever decide? So does house 3 decide? We're ready to move. We want to move. So are they allowed to sell that house to just anybody, or
No.
does it have to stay in the family?
It has to stay in the family. And so I think that would be the guidelines, because why would I want Joe Smo to be living on our family community land versus, maybe Aunt Susan or Aunt Bob or Uncle Bob wants the house.
So
he's
now,
getting up
do
in
you
age.
sit and have a family meeting? Because let's be real, not all family get along.
Right.
So cousin Jamie Smith over there might get along with cousin Susie May over here, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
So do I get a say? So is it a vote? Like, how would that go? I'm wondering, like, how would that go?
I don't know. I feel like in my family, we had some ups and downs and different dynamics going on with everybody in the family. But at the end of the day, like I explained to the younger people, we're not promised tomorrow. And I get that you may not be getting along with Susie May, but you can still be cordial.
Yeah.
And
but do you want to be cordial enough to actually, now you're my neighbor?
But do you go talk to your neighbors right now?
But then it's family.
Right.
That's not family.
But Susie May, you ain't calling her right now anyway.
Oh, that's true. But then I don't want to have to see Susie May. I don't have to see
Susie May. Still gonna come up for Thanksgiving, whether you like her or not.
So that's why I don't know if I want Susie May.
I'm saying, but she's still gonna do it now, whether you like her or not. If she's in the community or not, you still see Susie May at family functions. And so, at the end of the time, you still gonna have to.
At whose family function?
I'm not talking about the one you talking about. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Here she go on that tangent, y'all.
Whose family function? Because she ain't coming to mine.
I mean, I get that. I mean, but you still talk to her on a call. So you still got to deal with Susie May.
Yeah, no. So I know you can talk to me from the gate or over the phone, but I don't know if I want you in the community.
It's a hot mess.
I don't know.
And that's exactly why I say I'm picky, because you can't live with everybody, nor do you want to be neighbors with everybody, and that's family included.
And that's true. And that's true.
Because like you said, you're trying to protect your energy. And so just because y'all get along good at family functions don't mean y'all going to get along good 365 days a year.
That's true. That's true.
So...
But then I guess the question still is, do you have a vote? Like, how do you decide who takes the house next?
Well, I guess to me, upon building the compound, that's got to be something that, because I wouldn't want, I mean, I guess it could be open to sell it only to another family member, and then you have to vote kind of that family member if everybody is okay with, like, say the other 4 family people that have houses on that land or whatever, if they're okay with that person moving in, because again, everybody should be able to get along. And if you have an emergency or whatever, I need to be able to come over your house, or feel free that you have keys to my house so we can especially me being older, if I'm the eldest, and I need to make sure y'all can come check on me or
Mhm.
whatever. So I guess it would be like that. Or in agreeing to buy this plot of land, everyone says this is my forever home. So you
Right.
build it to how you want to be forever.
Ever.
So like for me, probably in my 30s, I would have probably added stairs. But now in my 50s, do I really necessarily want stairs?
Mhm.
So I guess you would have to really think long term. Think about how many children you plan on having,
Mhm.
if that's going to be y'all's forever home. So I guess a lot of planning would have to go into
Right.
it. And everybody would have to, like I was saying to you before, be financially okay to build their forever home.
Mhm.
So you've raised your children up, and this is what we're going to do as a family, and everybody's on board, and they've already started building their credit because maybe I bought the big plot of land and everybody else joined in, or we all went in on it together.
Mhm.
So it's just got to be a lot of
Yeah, and I was going to
talk
say,
about it.
even so, say someone did decide to move, and they had initially put in for that land. Do now they, when they sell the house, do they incorporate the sale of the land to go with it? Because the ones that are remaining on the land may say, well, we all put in on this land, and now
No.
this new person's coming in,
Mm-mm.
and they didn't put in the extra 20,000, whatever it is. For the
But my
land
thing is,
itself.
again, if you came in and said this is going to be my forever home, and for whatever reason you decide to leave, then you forfeit for your part of the land price,
Mhm.
because now you can sell the house at what the house is appraised for, but not necessarily the land,
Mhm.
because we share the land.
Mhm.
You're
And
only
it's-
selling the home, if
and-
that makes sense.
right.
You see what I'm saying? Because how can I appraise something that is not solely mine?
Right. I get that.
So I think that, it would be a wonderful idea. Again, everybody has to be on board. Everybody has to, just have rules and be respectful of each other. And I think it'd be a great
Mhm.
thing to do.
Great. Yeah.
Especially with this crazy world. And I really, like my youngest daughter says all the time, she wants a compound. She
Mhm.
wants to be able to grow our own garden and to have our own animals or whatever, if it came down to being able to survive
Mhm.
without having to go to the grocery store or whatever.
Mhm.
And of course, then we would all be, and there's a lot of people that do it, the survivalist people, they have compounds where they have all these things in place in case the world goes to craziness. And they've taught their kids how to shoot, and they all are okay when they know where everything's at, and they got bunkers. And so, I definitely would be open for it for sure.
I wouldn't mind just exploring the yes, we are older, but then we still got, we got our kids, we got our grandkids, and even if we explore the opportunity and pass that down to them to give them something to even think about.
Mm-hmm. I'm in the process of selling a house right now, and I have my other home, and I'm still I want to fix that one up. So, because it's still in my mind that I still want to buy some land.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do it by myself. I would want to be married, hopefully, but I don't want to just be out there way out by myself and building a new home on it by myself. But I would definitely, if I got a husband and this was something that we wanted to do together, I'm definitely open to it. And I'm definitely open to selling my big house for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, still in my foreseeable future, hopefully I can achieve it, because I love the bardominiums, but we'll see.
So what do you guys think? Are you guys in favor of the multi-generational homes, communities, compound? Are you, or do you say no, everyone stay where they are? I know as far as way as I can get is the better for me.
Mm-hmm.
Just curious to what you think.
And how would you go about it? Would you go in on the land together? Would you do a big house? Would you, I guess financially plan it? How would you plan it out? This would be our 5-year, 10-year plan, and you all get together and make up ideas of how you want this to go. Mm-hmm. If that was something that you guys would want to do, I'm curious to know. So,
yeah. So comment down below what your thoughts are. Mm-hmm. Let us know if there are any other topics you'd like to talk about.
And until next time, peace.
Oh, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you.
See you next time.